Hey guys, welcome to the channel if you're new, welcome back if you're a subscriber. My name's Neil and today it's time to check out Never Mind the Buzzcocks. Since I started checking out British panel shows, there have been a lot of shows that have been recommended, but the one that's been recommended the most and I still haven't reacted to or even seen an episode of is this one, Never Mind the Buzzcocks. And I'm not entirely sure why, but maybe I'm lying when I say that. My modern pop culture is not my strong trivia sense. My musical knowledge stops in about 1997. So I know this isn't a hardcore quiz show like an Only Connect or even a QI, but I also don't necessarily want to check out a show where every reference is over my head. That being said, I also know that it ran for 20 years and it's got some people involved on it that I'm big fans of. I know Phill Jupitus, I think, is one of the team captains. I think Bill Bailey was involved. Noel Fielding was involved. I know there was a bit of a rotating cast of team captains over the years. I mean, that's what happens when a show runs for nearly 20 years. And I also know that while the original version of Never Mind the Buzzcocks ended 5 or 6 years ago, it's being revived. And Greg Davies is the new host. And I think Jamali Maddox is one of the new team captains. And the other one is Daisy Mae Cooper. So I don't know. There's just too many people I'm familiar with involved in this project, and therefore I need to check it out. Now, there's a challenge because where do you start with a show that's got this much? I am going to trust my commenters. One episode that was mentioned a couple of times is this one from series 24. It's episode 3. I don't know much more than that. I don't know the format exactly. I feel like this is a similar sort of format as Would I Lie to You, except instead of just telling stories, people are talking about music trivia. But I don't know. Like, let's find out. Without further ado, let's jump into it. This is episode 3 of series 24 of Never Mind the Buzzcocks. So my one saving grace is the music I do love is punk and grunge and industrial, that early 90s stuff and earlier. I know Never Mind the Bollocks.
Hello,
I know the Buzzcocks.
I'm Jack Dee. I'm now a father of teenagers, so let's all have some good fun, but keep it sensible. On Noel's team. His greatest musical collaboration since Lennon met Chapman. It's Jedward.
Hey guys.
Okay, I have heard of Jedward. I don't think I've ever seen them.
She's got her own sketch show on ITV2 just after Jordan's show. It's not the best slot, but it makes Alex Reid happy. It's Katy Brand.
Is it weird that my first reaction is she's related to Joe Brand?
She's a shiny new pop starlet with a surname inspired by Justin Lee Collins' work diary. It's Eliza Doolittle. Star of the Fast Show, here to appear on the surprisingly slow show until it's been brutally edited. It's Charlie Higson. We begin with connections. Phill, Eliza and Charlie. Have a look at this. Chico.
It's Chico time.
For any younger viewers wondering what war, famine and injustice looked like, here's the man that cured them all. It's Billy Bragg.
What connects Chico and Billy Bragg?
Well done, Phill. You've correctly understood the question.
Phill, you directed that video, didn't you?
Yes. I was actually, at the time in the 1980s, I appeared to be a quite successful lesbian.
Phill and Charlie, you look like a very gay couple trying to adopt a daughter.
But what do those lot look like?
More like a production of Oliver, styled by Vivienne Westwood.
Never in my life have I looked more like a paedophile. I'm imagining Tutti Frutti's for you and Jelly Tots for you.
Okay. And we love jelly beans.
Well, you've given it away now. You're not supposed to tell paedophiles what sweets you like.
I'm just updating my Twitter feed. I can't believe I'm on Buzzcocks with Jedward. It's going well.
Yeah, well...
I was in bed, basically.
We tweet the most random things ever. I woke up the next morning.
Can he... Can John finish the sentence before you start the next one, please? Had nightmares, now awake, tweeting and eating carrots.
Carrots were nice.
It's so weird this morning, Edward broke a bowel and then the Cocoa Pops went everywhere.
A bowel. Hopefully a spelling mistake.
Then our fans know that we're always like misspelling things, and people
Can
think we're
I
spelling.
suggest something that everyone shuts up now?
Okay,
Chico is going to be the new
God,
doctor.
I forgot about that.
Oh, nearly.
Okay, they both might have hair
you won't.
pieces.
Oh, God,
Chico is in a very weird position going on
shut
here.
up?
Yeah.
Was it jobs? Did they share a career?
They had the same career. To
Pet
begin with.
grooming.
Oh, very close.
Police pathologist?
They were both goat herders before, although only one of them is absolutely certain to take it up again professionally. Noel, Jedward and Katy, would you have a look at this? This is Liam Gallagher. He always had a special place in his heart for his favourite twins. Not Jedward, he means his actual tits. It's the thoroughly heterosexual Simon Cowell.
Okay, there's a lot of different.
I thought you might know.
There's actually so many different things.
One will do.
Whenever that music comes on with a sort of black and white montage of anyone, I suddenly find them quite attractive.
Most footage of Hitler is in black and white.
There's a lot of negativity going on right now. People comparing Simon Cowell to Hitler, okay? I think it's pretty cool.
No one did that.
I love that window into the way you're processing this show.
I don't know what's going on.
Eliza Doolittle, you list your likes as bubbles in my tummy, smiles and laughing. That's me all over. What's the connection between Simon Cowell and Liam Gallagher?
Were they both goat herds?
Probably at some point.
Are they both the same height? They both have cool
Interesting.
hairstyles.
These two
I
are...
know. I actually know, okay? Actually, no. They both met the Queen.
No, in actual fact, they both judged dog shows.
I went to dog race before. I one time bet money on it, okay? And we were below the age, okay? But we still did it anyway.
Well, it's been a super anecdote, but we have to move on.
Wow, these guys are just the punching bags for the whole episode. I almost feel bad for them, but they look ridiculous, and I'm sure most of the UK thinks they're a couple of twats.
Cowell has promised to leave some of his fortune to a dog's home. His children won't be happy. Oh, wait, he'd love to have children, but there's currently no time in his busy schedule to instinctively fancy women.
Hang about. It's the intros round. Hooray.
Oh, okay.
What is going on?
Eliza is making a strangely exciting noise.
I have to admit, I've got the answer in front of me and I do not know what they're doing.
I'm happy to just do the fingers.
You guys are gonna work together. Focus, okay? Shut up!
Can I give you a clue?
gonna be
What would you do, Charlie Higson, for love?
I would do anything for
that.
love.
Well, yeah, that's
Find
it.
meatloaf.
I would do anything for love, yes. Here's how it should have sounded. One more, please.
Right. 1, 2, 3. Down and 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 down.
It's got some heavy guitars in it.
Yeah.
I like that. It was really rocking.
And it is a tough one. It's
it.
probably more up your street, knowing what I know about you.
We know it.
It's God Save the Queen by the Sex Pistols.
What it should have sounded like is the national anthem. This is God Save the Queen by Sex Pistols. Many have accused Johnny Rotten of selling out after his appearance in adverts for Country Life Butter. Jedward have never lost their credibility and refused to sell anything, even records.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, Jack, their album was the biggest selling album this year.
Was it?
Yeah.
In Ireland.
So here you go.
Oh my God, it's shiny. Katie, are you ready?
If you do what we did in the room earlier, we can all have some angel delight later.
That sounds perverted in so many ways.
Doon, 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 doodle, doon, doon. Doon, 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 doodle, doon, doon.
This is Under Pressure by Queen. Or Vanilla Ice, which ripped off that riff. It's Under Pressure.
I'm in Jedward, fuck you.
Do you want to stop this?
Please.
Okay.
No, I know. Shut up!
I think it's under pressure, brackets, ice, baby, close brackets.
It is. Worst boy band ever.
Moving on. Get ready for some amazing performance, okay? Wait, you ready?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's very important that you send what you can to have Katy Brand freed from this quiz.
Let's do this, okay? We're creating the atmosphere, okay? I've got a gun. I'm gonna bust you.
The way that the guy who ran into Columbine created.
What is going?
Right, let's go start. Ready? Ready?
I can't get down that low. My trousers are too tight. I got a bit excited. I'm on a desk.
Is this Ghostbusters?
I think it might be Ghostbusters.
It is Ghostbusters. It is.
How on?
So rewarding to watch people be able to perform and maintain their integrity.
It was something strange in the neighborhood. Something strange in the neighborhood.
I don't know Jack Dee, but I feel his pain.
Weird. Who are you gonna call?
Oh, I feel his pain. He's cursing the producer that booked Jedward.
Ghostbusters original singer Ray Parker Jr. has recently been seen on television advertising 118 118. A chilling glimpse into the future, eh, boys? He was the original artist. Lots of slapping of hands over there.
High fives.
How about faces next? Round 3 is the identity parade. How about some early 90s novelty pop for the audience, Sony? Here is Pat and Mick. That was Pat and Mick with Use It Up and Wear It Out. But which of our lineup is Mick Brown? Number 1, use it up and wear it out. Roll it up and throw it away. Take it back and ask for a refund. Or never shop here again. Or Pat Sharp.
Okay. That's a whoosh.
I know exactly who it is.
I know who all 5 of them are, but I'm not going to say.
I know number 4 because I'm friends with him on Facebook.
I don't like to ask, and it seems a little impertinent, but have you poked him?
With my fingers.
Oh, please stop.
Are you going to make your guess?
It's a nice respite.
It
The
is.
longer this round goes on, I don't want to say anything, Jack.
I get your meaning, Phil. I get your drift.
Not be
Relaxing.
silenced.
Your kids are absolute dicks.
We actually are really good.
You have a delightful and alluring naivety, but within the context of this quiz, you do make Dappy look like Stephen Fry.
They don't know who Stephen Fry is. Please tell me that.
We're not having a...
No, then. Well, tell me then.
It is number 2. Okay.
Noel and Jedward and Katy, how about some mid-90s dance music? For the audience only, here is Piano Man. Which of our lineup is James Salmon, also known as Piano Man? Number 1, James Salmon, Split Kipper, Prawn Balls. Number 4, Little Winkle, or Pat Sharp.
So probably not number 5 again.
Why are 4 of them bald and one of them has hair?
And that's the joke of this round, that former DJ Pat Sharp, but he's in both the lineups. It's like a joke.
I know, I was kind of thinking, I know, yeah.
Thank you for explaining that, Katy.
Do you want to swap for a while?
You know what? Yeah, why not? Come and sit with your Uncle Phil.
No!
I love you both,
Okay.
but you're bringing on a panic attack.
Well, I got an idea. What about if Jedward joined the lineup? You can have Pat Sharp on your team instead.
Yes!
You guys.
Come on, Jedward, come with Daddy. Pat Sharp, as befits a man of his stature, is now team captain. No, as befits a man of my stature, have 2 seats.
You need sunglasses. Pat, may I? Hang
Then
on.
the audience have a pair of sunglasses.
No,
and they want
no.
check out, we'll give them back.
Jedward are pirates.
Katy, have you got any... Number 1, Pat?
I'm feeling number 1, more than 5.
Yes!
I feel like if you're the artist that's pulled in for one of these lineups, it's like the final nail in the coffin of your career, right? You're not doing anything else more important at this point.
It's next line's time. Everybody in love.
Put your hands up.
Nearly. Go on, put your hands up. God save the Queen.
She ain't no human being.
Actually, no. The fascist regime. What time is it?
Chico time.
Yeah, Chico time. I don't care what the whisperers say.
Because they whisper too loud for me.
Eliza Doolittle, well done. Warm face, warm hands, warm feet.
Oh, wouldn't it be lovely?
Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? From My Fair Lady. If you could walk with the animals, talk with the animals.
I don't actually know these.
You should. This is Dr. Doolittle. That's your dad.
It's actually my uncle.
Who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out?
Stop, collaborate, and listen.
All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Jedward's back with Ice back with a brand new invention.
Don't just sing the words I've read out.
Inside voices.
You're my mom, you're my dad, and you're my uncle now. Okay.
I would like a blood test. If there's something strange in your neighbourhood, who are you going to call?
Samaritans.
Go.
Two little boys had two little toys.
Each had a wooden horse.
Correct, Rolf Harris. Is shut up, just shut up, shut up.
Shut up, just shut up, shut up.
On that occasion, you were right to repeat what I read. It's the Black Eyed Peas. It's a not so bad, it's a nicer place.
Shut up, your face.
Yeah, by Joe Godson. Please shut up.
Are you trying to tell us something?
Yeah.
Finally.
It's not a song, it's a safe peace. And at the end of that, the Noel's old team, Phil's new team, have 11 points.
Oh.
This has been Never Mind the Buzzcocks, and I'll leave you with this thought. Oh no, that's what Stephen Fry does. Now there's a show I do watch. Good night.
I'm a little shell-shocked. It's entertaining, don't get me wrong, but I'm not sure I got the normal Never Mind the Buzzcocks experience here. I feel like I got the Jedward roast experience. I have heard of Jedward. I know nothing about them until 30 minutes ago. I don't want to know any more about them. The producer that booked them deserves to be fired. And yet, you know, as a novelty of 30 minutes of grown adults bragging on two moron teenage boys, you know, there's some entertainment value there. I feel like I'll need to see another episode. I will definitely give the show another shot. I will see more episodes, but I need to see something that maybe is more in line with a typical episode. Or maybe there isn't a typical episode. Maybe I'm just assuming that this was completely out of left field, and maybe it's always this kind of bizarreness. There was definitely a lot of musical acts there that I didn't know. You know, and part of that is because some stuff just doesn't make the trip across the Atlantic from the UK to North America. And like I said at the beginning, some of it is definitely because my musical wheelhouse is, you know, a bit of classic rock, a classic punk, the early 90s grunge industrial scene, classic alternative music. I was never huge into pop, and music's never been my strong suit, period. But it's an entertaining show, and Noel Fielding and Phill Jupitus as team captains, that's a win-win right there. I feel like I've seen Jack Dee on QI or something like that. He's not entirely foreign to me, but I don't know him well at all. I like how dry and fed up he was in this episode. I feel that was certainly exacerbated by the Jedward of it all, but I feel like that's also his normal demeanor, and I think it works on a show like this, so he works for me in that role for sure. But yeah, you know, if you think I should be seeing more Never Mind the Buzzcocks, let me know. Should I see the new version with Greg Davies? Has it even come out yet? I know it's coming out soon, if it isn't out already. Are there other episodes from the previous 24, 25 seasons, whatever it was, that I should be checking out? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I'm sure I'll be doing a few more of these in the future. So thank you guys for joining me as always. Until next time, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.